with regard to food shortage, yes, we did so talk about food shortages. And it's going to be real. The price of these sanctions is not just imposed upon Russia. It's imposed upon an awful lot of countries as well, including European countries and our country as well. And because both Russia and Ukraine have been the breadbasket of Europe in terms of wheat, for example, just to give you one example. But we had a long discussion in the G7 with both the United States, which is a significant, the third largest producer of wheat in the world, as well as Canada, which is also a major producer. And we both talked about how we could increase and disseminate more rapidly food shortages. In addition to that, we talked about urging all the European countries and everyone else to end trade restrictions on sending limitations on sending food abroad. And so we are in the process of working out with our European friends what it would take to help alleviate the concerns relative to food shortages. We also talked about a significant major U.S. investment, among others, in terms of providing for the need for humanitarian assistance, including food.
There's an alarm here this morning. And I want you to listen to me, and I want the nation to, because I'm the chairman of our House Agriculture Committee, and I'm very worried about this turmoil over in Ukraine and Russia's violent, illegal, and criminal action that they're taking, and the impact that this has on global trade, and most importantly, our own food security. We could very well be on the verge of a hunger crisis all over this world. I want to share with you some research and the nation so we can understand what this Ukraine-Russia situation is causing. Today, Russia alone is producing more than 2/3 of the 20 million metric tons of fertilizer used to grow corn and wheat around the world. One country producing 66% of the fertilizer that is needed. And when you combine Ukraine and Russia, also, these are the two largest exporters of wheat, corn, and barley, producing a quarter of the world's wheat in these two countries, making this impact a crisis of soaring magnitude when you have this much and these two countries are warring each other. So I want to sound the alarm on this. I want to ask you this question. I want to ask you, Chairman Powell, the disruptions and rising prices from these commodities will destabilize global food markets and threaten our food stability and social stability. So my question to you, Mr. Chairman Powell, to what extent could these developments create a financial stability risk here at home and abroad? And what must we do? We can go without a lot of things in this world, but the one thing we cannot go without is food. And when you have this much power on our food security for the world in the hands of these two countries warring each other at this time, what can you do about it?
So I think your point is very well taken. I think, it's shipping, it's corn, it's wheat, as you pointed out, it's fertilizer, and we see that getting into food prices and into the food supply just in these early days after the sanctions have been put in place and the war less than 2 weeks old now. The Fed doesn't really have the tools to address this. This is really a matter for Congress and the administration, I think. But you're right to call attention to it, and I do think that this is understood and understood that help will be needed here.
Well, I just want to say that we cannot allow the world to get into this desperate situation. So I'm giving this as sort of a Paul Revere moment here. I'm not saying the British are coming, but I'm saying the Russians are already at the door, and they could cause worldwide hunger.
Shalom, Akim. Shalom, shalom. Just to let you know how cold it is out here, man. I didn't even do anything. I just started up camp. Right? I just started up camp and I can't even feel my fingers anymore. Man, this weather, man, the Most High is funny. Most High is funny. You know, the weather don't know what it's gonna do, man. Right? One week is like 60 degrees. Next week is close to 20 degrees. Right? Alright, so I'm gonna start this off. Once again, Shalom Akim. Shalom, this your brother Zakari Yella out here in Bradenton, Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Before I get started with this camp, I want to say, call Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, HAITIANS. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone, of whom are grown in this truth under. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Yahawah that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith, to their husbands, guiding their children, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and blessings to you all, Barakatah. All right. And it's extremely windy right now. It's extremely windy, so bear with me. We have some difficulty as you see here, but Lord willing, I can get through this. So the video that you saw that I started out with was a video shared by Elder Amon Gabar. Yeah, Amon Gabar, right? So Amon Gabar did that video, and it was talking about what the prophets has already been talking about. He was speaking of the famines that's prophesied to take place out here in Babylon the Great, right? And all over the world. Because why? Much of this has to happen on a global scale. That's why the scriptures say what? In Revelation, it says that the temptation shall fall upon the entire earth. Right? Let's go there. Let's go to Revelation. Right? This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. The whole world's got to deal with this, man. The whole world's got to experience what's about to take place out here, man. Right? And these the G7 summits that Biden just held. You know what I'm saying? Oh, slocky. She's getting all jumbled. Right? So Biden just held this council at the G7 committee, G7 summit, whatever it is, right? They were discussing Putin, discussing the world economy right now. You see what I'm saying? Discussing the current events that's going on, right? These are the things that Esau's planned, right? These are the things that the adversary is set up. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of it all, what's the main goal? The main goal is to trap you Jakes out here, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians. What you're looking at right now on the screen is a field of grain. A field of grain, right? The field of grain. If you ain't got no grain out here, if you ain't got no wheat, right? You don't have any agriculture. You don't have any food. And if you ain't got no food, then what's going to happen to you? Right? What's going to happen to you? What's going to happen to the world out here? They're going to starve. They're going to starve, and they're not going to be quiet about this. They're not being quiet about it. They're being absolutely upfront about it. Right? Absolutely upfront about it. Out in your face. Out in your face, because they know they don't have to hide it no more. They ain't gotta pretend anymore. Right? Like we pretend to care about you people. We pretend to care about you niggas. We pretend to care about you spicks, wetbacks. Right? We so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, we pretending to like y'all, to care about y'all. No, those days is done. Those days is done. Right? And this is the dude that you got up out here. Slocky. Slocky for that Akim. Let's see if I'm still rolling. Alright. Yeah, slocky for that, man. I got my sign flying all over the place. Had to go get it. Right? Alright, let's get this. Let's go to second Esdras. Let's go to second Esdras. Chapter 6, verse 22, it says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. The trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and that's what's going to result in the shortage, man. That's what's going to result out here, right? When there's no food, people will lose it. People will lose it. Why? Because what you heard that chairman at the Senate, what did he say? He said there's many things that we can go without. There are many things that we can go without in this world. But you can't go without food. That's the one thing you can't go without. You need food, you need water. Let's see if I can get this precept real quick. Okay, this is the book of Sirach. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 26. It says the principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, right? Honey, milk, and the blood of the grapes, and oil and clothing. Right? These are the principal things that a man needs. These are the principal things that a man, woman, and child needs. They need these things. They need warmth of fire. Right? They need water to quench your thirst, to clean your clothes, to wash your ass. Right? You need these things. You need these things. You need you know what I'm saying? You need raiment. Right? You need your clothes, right? It's cold as hell out here, man. I'm cold. Right? But I need these clothes. You need these clothes, you need raiment, you need all these things, man. But what did Yahawashi say? Right? Let's see what Yahawashi spoke of. Bear with me, Akim. Let's go to Matthew chapter 6. Matthew chapter 6. Lock it, Akim. All right, Matthew chapter 6, verse 25. It says, Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life. Take no thought for your life, what you shall eat, or what you shall drink, nor yet for your body, what you shall put on. Right? Thought for these things that you need. Don't put no thought for these things, what you're going to eat, what you're going to drink, right? What you're going to put on. The bare necessities. Why? Because in the scriptures, the Most High already knows. The Most High already knows what you need. He already knows these things, these bare necessities. Why? Because He made you. He made the human. Right? He made He put man on this earth. So He knows exactly what a man needs. Right? He put inside of a man that his whole body has to be composed of a certain amount of temperature in order for him to live. Right? That means that he needs to have on certain raiment to regulate that temperature, keep it warm or keep it hot. You see what I'm saying? That's why your temperature has to maintain at a certain level. If it goes too high, then you got a fever. If it goes too low, you got the chills. You see what I'm saying? He made all these things. Right? Or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than meat, and the body than raiment? Behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into the barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? You see what I'm saying? You're better than these. You're better than the animals. You're better than the squirrels. Right? Look at these little squirrels out here. You're better than the birds in the air. You're better than them. Right? A man is better than them. And how much more the Israelite man, the chosen one? How much more the Israelites? You don't think the Most High is going to take care of you? You see what I'm saying? Because when the time comes, we're going to have to lean solely on our faith to get the hell up out of here, man. To get us through these times. Right? Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Right? Right? It's through the strength of salvation. We got hope for these, we got hope for the salvation. We got hope for the salvation. So what? That means that we have hope that the Most High is going to fulfill his word. Right? The wisdom and the knowledge. Wisdom and the knowledge. How do you get wisdom? How do you get wisdom? The beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Most High, man. You fear the Most High, that's the beginning of wisdom. That's the beginning of knowledge. You see what I'm saying? That's the beginning of it. And that's the only way we're getting up out of here, is to maintain our faith, man, to keep it steady. To keep it steady, because the whole world is going to lose their shit. The whole world's going to lose their shit out here. Isaiah chapter 65. Isaiah chapter 65. Slog it. Right? We'll get that again. Let's go back. Let's go back to Isaiah. Isaiah 65 and 12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. How does the Lord speak? He speaks through his prophets. Right? Slakia. Right, so how the Lord speaks? He speaks to his prophets as it's written in Amos chapter 3. Right? Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi not done it? Surely Yahawah power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. You see what I'm saying? You see, because now all of a sudden everybody's talking about these food shortages, right? Everybody's talking about these food shortages. Everybody's talking about what's going on with all these allies of America. They're starting to jump ship, right? Like Turkey, you know what I'm saying? Who else? Oh, Germany. Germany is starting to jump ship. Why? Because Germany is dependent on Russian oil. Germany is dependent on that Russian oil, man. So Germany's sitting there like, what the hell are you guys doing? Right? Why are you doing this? This is fucking up our economy. We ain't gonna be out here with y'all. Right? Be a fool. Be a fool out here. Talking that talk. Right? Before long, Babylon, this great whore, is going to be despised heavily. It's going to be despised, and we're seeing it happening right now. We're seeing it starting out. Babylon's going to be despised. Right? France is jumping ship. Everybody's going to jump ship real soon. Watch what happens. Watch what happens, man. You see? All of a sudden, now we talk about food shortages. Now we're talking about, hey, man, these guys, they lied about that. They lied about that happy juice, man. They lied about that happy juice. Everybody calls us conspiracy theorists. Everybody calls us conspiracy nuts. See what I'm saying? What? When? Until it comes out. Oh well, that stuff actually didn't really work. You know what I'm saying? One's not enough. You need two. Two's not enough. You need three. Three is not enough. Now you need a booster. The booster's not enough. Now you need a fourth one. You see what I'm saying? And now the people are starting to see. Wait a minute. This don't make sense. And then every couple months, just like clockwork, there's another variant. There's another one we gotta worry about. You see what I'm saying? And it never stops. It never stops. But what happens? The prophets have been out here telling you that this is a game, man. This is a game. All this is a trap. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to deal with this. Nobody. See what I'm saying? Nobody wants to deal with it. Right? Let's get Ezekiel. Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 33. It says, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song, of one that has a pleasant voice, and can play well on an instrument. It's like, this is verse 32, by the way. For they hear thy words, but they do them not. You see what I'm saying? They hear the words, but they don't do what's written. They don't do what's written. You see what I'm saying? They're not taking heed. This ain't no game, man. This ain't no game, and it never was. The prophets have been out here sounding the trumpet, warning the people. Warning the people of what's to come, man. You don't sit out here and want to take and try to take heed after the shit's already coming. No, man. The shit's already at the door. No. You're supposed to be taking heed beforehand. That's why the scriptures say, seek me early. Seek me early seek him early while he may be found. Right? Remember the Lord in the days of thy youth. In the days of thy youth. Before the dark days come. Right? The times where these people will come and say, I ain't got no delight these days, man. I ain't got no, man. Shit's not going too well for me, man. But what's it say? It says, when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet has been among them. Everybody scoffs, man, especially these women. Everybody scoffs. Everybody scoffs. Everybody's sitting out here talking about this for a long day. It's for a long way off. It's for a long way off. It's just not gonna happen in our lifetime, man. Huh? That's conspiracy theories. Aliens. What the fuck? why the church is emptying out. We can't understand why these churches is getting empty. Why ain't nobody coming to hear about sweet baby Jesus no more? Huh? Why is that? Why is that? Why is nobody coming to hear about Jesus no more? The goodness of Jesus and coming and come gyrating the church. Huh? Listen to the organ play. Listening to the faggots up here in the choirs. Why don't they want to come and see this no more? Why don't they want to come and hear this strong black woman up on the podium somewhere? Telling all these thoughts and all these harlots inside these churches that they should continue to do what the fuck they've been doing. Why isn't these people coming to church no more? To hear this. To hear this great gospel. Huh? Why? Why is that? Why ain't nobody coming to hear the goodness of the Lord? Huh? All day backsliding. All day listening to these black evil Israelites. all they listening to these black Hebrew Israelites. These conspiracy theorists. Huh? These bums out on the corners. Yelling at white people. Huh? Yelling. This is Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 31. Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 31. It says the prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests bear rule by their means. And my people love to have it so. But what will ye do in the end thereof? Because the end is nigh. The end is nigh, the end is close. And everybody want to play around, man. Everybody want to joke around and have a good old time, man. Let's have a barbecue. Let's have a cookout, nigga. Man, jokers are still out here. Jokers are still out here, man. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nobody want to get into these precepts. Nobody wants to get into the prophecies, man. Huh? For the longest time, you had what? You had Bishop T.D. Jakes out here talking about, I don't teach the book of Revelations in my church. I don't go into the book of Revelations. Why the hell not? Why not? If there was ever a book, if there was ever one book in this whole collection of books, this whole collection of scrolls that needed to be dealt with, it had to be Revelation. It's got to be Revelations. Why? You see, this was going on with all these churches, man. This was going on with all these churches. And all these false prophets out here, even among Israel, they don't want to deal with Revelations, the 13th chapter, 16th verse. They don't want to deal with that. They don't want to deal with chapter 11, chapter 20. Huh? All these mysteries in this final book, that brings all of it together in one. All these mysteries. Don't nobody want to get into who the Gentiles were, who was spoken of in the epistles of Paul. Nobody wants to deal with who the real Gentiles were, right? The Hellenistic Jews. Nobody wants to deal with that. Everybody wants to talk about, oh, we can all come together and hold hands, sing Kumbaya and all that good stuff. No, that's not how this works. That's not how this works. We can forgive him now. Forgive what? Forgive what? The Most High said, I will not acquit the wicked. He will not acquit the wicked. He's going to punish this race of people. These Edomites, these so-called white people, they're going to be punished. Ain't no getting around that, man. There's no getting around that. Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite. That shows how little you know about the scriptures. That shows how little you know about the scriptures. Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite. That was a mistranslation. That was a whole clerical error, and they know that. A whole clerical error. It's the book of Amos, chapter 1, verse 11. It says, thus saith Yahawah, for three transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof. Because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. You see what I'm saying? These jokers did not hate blood. They didn't abhor blood. They didn't hate blood. No, they embraced it. They embraced it. And since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. You see what I'm saying? As they did to us, what's going to happen to them? We're going to sell their sons and their daughters to the Sabians, to people far off. They're going to experience that. They're going to experience these things. They're going to know what it feels like. This is what the scriptures say. We got people scoping out our liberties. We got people out here spying on our liberties, right? Trying to catch us. And if this work would be of men, it would be of none. It would be nothing. It would be of none. If it was of men, then they could overthrow it. Esau would be able to overthrow this if it was of men, but this is not of men. This is Isaiah. And let this be to all the brothers out there, man. Let this be to all the brothers. Let this be to all the brothers, because we're not gonna be confounded in these days, man. In the days to come, you know what I'm saying? The elect are not gonna be confounded. The elect are gonna stand strong. They're gonna stand firm when they square, man. They're gonna keep pushing. They're gonna keep pushing, right? Because the scriptures say what? They love not their lives to the death. So this is Isaiah chapter 50. Isaiah chapter 50, verse 7. It says, for the Lord power will help me. Therefore shall I not be confounded. Therefore face like a flint, and I know that I shall not be ashamed. You see, the Most High knows that that we live in these bodies, we live in this flesh. He knows that. That's why He promised us. That's why He promised to help us. And He's gonna make good on His promise, man. He's gonna make good on His promise, brothers. Let's go to Jeremiah. Salaki, I meant the book of Isaiah. Alright, so let's go to the book of Isaiah. Or rather, let's stay in the book of Isaiah. Salaki. Alright. Bear with me, I can't feel my hands. Alright, Isaiah chapter 41. 41 verse 13. It says, For I the Lord thy power will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, Fear not, I will help thee. Right? Fear not thy worm Jacob, and even of Israel. I will help thee, saith Yahawah. And thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Yahshua, man. This is it. This is it. We're seeing this, right? We're seeing all these things play out, right? We're seeing the Lord making His moves. He's turning up in this time, man. He's turning up in this time. Let's see what else. Right? Shit, man. Shit. Joe Biden talking about, man, we got a world order. We got a new world order to lead. We got a new world order to lead. We ain't got no time for y'all niggas, man. We got a new world order to lead. Right? Esau said, y'all tripping. Esau said, y'all niggas tripping, man. We got shit to do. We got shit to do. Right? We got shit to do. We got a world to conquer. The Lord's gonna fix that. He's gonna fix that. Right? Alright, let's go to Malachi. Let's go to Malachi. Alright, this book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 4. Says, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. That's what Esau's thinking. That's what Esau's thinking about. He's thinking we're gonna build back better. We're gonna have a great reset, huh? We're gonna have a great reset. We're gonna fix this. We're gonna fix all the shit that we done messed up, right? And we're gonna revamp all the stuff that we done screwed over the entire planet. The entire planet. Huh? Let's go to the book of Job. The book of Job. Salaki. The book of Job, chapter 14, verse 5. It says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Right? This is all set for an hour, for a day, for a month, one specific year. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. The Most High is gonna shut all of this down, man. He's thinking that he's gonna have a reset. Esau thinks he's gonna reset all this shit. That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Woo. Oh, it's windy. Oh, that wind's so strong it almost pushed me down. Right, so Esau thinks that he's about to have a reset out here, and he's gonna reshape the world to his image. Right? He's gonna reshape everything that Yahawah has made, right, into his image, to form to his liking. Right? But that's not what's gonna happen. That's not what's meant to happen. That's not how this is written. Right? That's not how the story plays out. This is how the story plays out, Akim. Let's go to Isaiah the 14th chapter. Isaiah the 14th chapter. Should take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how had the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased? The Lord had broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers, who also smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, right? With a continual stroke. A continual stroke. What's the scripture say in Jeremiah? It says, how is the hammer of the earth cut asunder? How is the hammer of the earth cut asunder? This is talking about the Edomites, man, and their rulership. They have they have beat every single nation out here. Right? That's in This is the end of the scriptures. Salaki, the end of the script for Esau. This is going to be the end of his role, right? Because we're all pawns, we're all players in this, we're all actors. You see what I'm saying? In the Lord's movie, we're all actors in the Lord's movie, and we got to play out our roles. You see what I'm saying? Isaiah chapter 33, verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled. Slocky. Again, it reads, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled. Dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. Thou shalt make an end to deal deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. Right? As Esau Edom falls apart, right? And as Esau falls apart, who's going to fall apart with this devil? Who's going to fall apart with Esau Edom? Huh? It's going to be his partner in crime, right? It's going to be his partner in crime, none other than the so-called black woman. None other than the Israelite woman, right? The ones that's been on this side, that's been on his side the whole time. I'm talking about you Eves out there, not you ones that's keeping the truth, right? Not the ones that's staying faithful in this thing, man, who have come and repented and changed your ways. Not y'all. We talking about these Eves out here, these so-called these thoughts, right? It's like these thoughts. You know what I'm saying? These women in these whorehouses, right? These women that don't want to repent, that don't want to submit, that don't want to come under the rulership of their men. We talking about them, man. We talking about the baddies out here, the bad bitches. We talking about the dimes out here that you know what I'm saying, the ones they think they are 10, right? These harlots out here who ain't got no consideration for their own men. And right now they're at the height of their rule, right? Of their reign, if you will, alongside Esau Edom. They're at the height of it, right? They praise this woman, Kamala Harris, you know what I'm saying? As if she's one of them. She's in the vice presidency. If this old ass cracker croaks, she is the new president of the United States. You see what I'm saying? Eve is on the highest pedestal that she's ever been. Eve is on the highest pedestal that she's ever been. So-called black woman, this nigga woman is on the highest pedestal, right? Right now, Joe Biden just nominated this Eve to the Supreme Court seat, the Supreme Court justice seat. What the hell's wrong with this woman, man? She can't even define what a woman is. She can't even give a definition of what a woman is. And she's supposed to represent y'all. She's supposed to represent y'all. Let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. Salakia. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. And it reads, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. Right? It's talking about the Israelites. First and foremost, the Israelite man. The Israelite man. It says, as for my people. As for my people, it says the flock of the pasture, the flock of the pasture are men. The sheep of his flock, the flock of his pasture are men. Right? Oh, Salaka. Right? As for my people, children of their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee towards me to air. Right? Esau's kingdom, right? Right, we're seeing the fall of Esau's kingdom. We're seeing the same exact going on as what went down in Rome. We're seeing it play out today. We're seeing it play out today. That's how we know that the end is nigh, man. That's how we know that that the Most High is about to bring this thing to his knees, right? And finally lop off the head. Okay, and that's what's going to happen when these nukes come. That's what's going to happen when these nukes come. When these nukes hit this damn place, it's finished. It's over. It's over. We will never have to see this fucking place ever again, man. Lord willing, we be a part of that elect number, so we can be up there in the chariots worshiping Yahawah, you know what I'm saying, while Yahawah shine, being crowned, right? Being crowned and being able to see the demise of our enemies, man. Alright? So I'm gonna cut that there, man. So I'm starting to get some frostbite. I don't want that, right? You know, I pray this camp is edifying, right? So I'm gonna end this off. Man. This is your brother Yahawah out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and as I end it off, I want to say, call Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi Bahashem Yahawadah. Now belongings unto the apostles and the elders, a great millstone, of whom I've grown in this truth under. Shalom to the Yakim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Yakim that's listening in. Remaining true to the faith, remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. Shalom to the hopeful elect, to the 12 tribes scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and blessings to you all. Barakatah. Shalom.